Okay, so this is our week 1 webinar. We'll be doing one of these each week. They run on Mondays from starting at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'm recording this first one because most of us, or some of us, are probably on Thanksgiving vacation, so I figured I'd record this. I do usually give points for attending the webinars for the discussion board. So if you attend the webinar, then you get points for the discussion board for the week. So this week, since we're not having a live webinar, if you'd like to leave a comment below this video to be posted to YouTube, then you may do so, and I will give you the points for the discussion board this week. So if you'd like to get those points and have watched this, then please go ahead and leave a comment below, and I will give you points for the discussion board for week 1. Anyway, since it's our first one, my name is Jim Zone. I do have a welcome video too, so I'll try to see if I can post that for you guys so you can get to know a little bit more about me. But just a real quick introduction here. I've been teaching for a little bit over 20 years. I taught computers for several years, a lot of years, most of that a little over 20 years. And I teach math and science now. I've worked for National University for a little bit over 15 years. And I now teach, did I say that, math and science? I taught I worked in the educational technology department for my school district for several years as well. So I had a good time doing that. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to go ahead and start this part here. So a couple of general things. First off, grades. Students oftentimes want to know when grades will be posted. Grades will be posted, I usually say, actually on here you can see, I usually say they'll be posted on the Tuesday or Thursday after the class ends between 12 and 5. I think I'm going to amend that and just say that I'm going to post them sometime, let's go ahead and just change this, sometime after 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, the Tuesday after the class ends. So just make sure that everything's turned in by that time. Make sure you're checking the grade book. Make sure everything looks okay before that time. All grades are posted at the same time, so if one student isn't ready, we kind of have to wait for, the whole class has to wait for that one student. So just keep that in mind. I understand life happens, so, if you have a family emergency or something, please contact me and I can let you know, if you can have a little bit of extra time on those, final assignments or whatever. But let's just keep that in mind, that if we're waiting for one, everybody's waiting for that one person. The discussion boards, it's better if you do these earlier in the week, although I do allow you the entire week to turn them in. I just give you the same deadlines for the other assignments for the week. For the discussion boards, there are some classes where they're due earlier in the week. I'll go ahead and give you the whole week. But if you can do them earlier in the week, that does make it a little bit easier, especially since the discussion boards typically require you responding to someone else. So if everyone waits till the last minute to go in there, it makes it kind of hard to respond to somebody else. However, if you are participating in a weekly webinar, then you don't have to do the discussion board or respond to anyone else because you get points for that. So again, for this one, since it's pre-recorded, if you leave a comment below here, since we'll be posted on YouTube, then you'll get the points for week 1 for the week 1 discussion board. Let's see. I do have a website at nationaltechprof.weebly.com. You can see down here. That does have some tips and tricks and possibly some samples of work, things like that. All right, let's go ahead and get on to the next thing. We do have weekly meetings. They run Mondays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I do get it, though. Life happens. Time zones are different, things like that. And if you can't attend them, that's okay. They are optional for the EDT605 class, so you don't have to attend them. But if you do attend them, you do get the points for that week's discussion board. Let's see, next week we will be meeting in Blackboard Collaborate, so we'll have our meeting in the class website chat area, webinar area. Week 4 we'll be doing a Twitter chat. It's kind of different, so if you want to participate in that with us, it's kind of an easy, stress-free environment, hopefully, to kind of play around with Twitter and to see how you can run sort of a chat on Twitter, so you can look for information about that. When it comes to assignments, always check rubrics so you don't miss points. If there's something in there like cover A, B, and C in your assignment and you only cover A and C, then of course you're going to lose some points on that. So make sure you double check those rubrics and make sure you attend to each of those items in the rubrics. Okay, so our week 1 assignments, jumping right in. We do have our typical discussion board. I'll go ahead and bring this up here so you can see week 1. So we do have our typical discussion board here. You can find that by going to week 1 and then clicking on week 1 discussion right here. And then you'll find right here, here's our week 1 discussion. We're going to watch this video and then answer these sections right here. This is one of those areas that it's good to check that rubric because you get 3 points for each of these things. So, of course, if you're watching this video, you don't have to do this, but it's an example of that. Let's see, going back to week 1, and we have one assignment for week 1, so I'll go ahead and go down here. And basically you have some information about brain rules. So you're going to click here, learn about some brain rules. There are 12 brain rules that there are things here some information right here. So basically they are there are things that scientists know this is how our brain works, so they call them brain rules. So you're going to find those brain rules in there, and then you are going to write a lesson plan that attends to at least one of those brain rules. In your lesson plan, you're going to go ahead and have these items right here. You've got the introduction, the foreword, the task, the resources, the process, the rubric, and the conclusion. And there's information right here. So I won't repeat that right now since you can just go ahead and go to the class website and check it out. But you're going to make a lesson plan. It can be done in Word or PowerPoint or in any word processor or any presentation program if you like Google Docs or Google Slides, or if you're an Apple user, Mac user, you can go ahead and use Keynote or Pages if you'd like to. Any of those are good. And you're going to make that lesson plan and make sure you include those things. That's about it for the assignments. Let's go back here and make sure I'm not missing anything here. So that's really about it. That's a quick one, guys. I appreciate your time in watching this, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. You should have my contact information from the class website and my welcome to the class, and I'd be happy to help. I typically like to, hold on one second here. I typically am able to grade assignments within 72 hours. So if you don't see a grade for an assignment that you turned in, it's been more than 72 hours, then please check with me because it probably means that something is wrong, so we can check it out and figure out what's going on. Also, I do my best to get back to you within 24 hours at the most if you either text me or email me. So if you haven't heard back from me, then please try again because, again, it probably means that something's wrong. So keep that in mind, please. All right, thank you very much, and I look forward to the class.